5 clear signs that your life is about to change drastically. Welcome to Spirita Vivo. How can I tell that my life is about to take a significant turn? Are there specific signs? And what do these signs mean? That's what we want to talk about in today's podcast.
Are you ready to jump? Our lives take place in cycles or phases. We change every 7 years or so, even down to the cellular level. Even though it can't be seen with mathematical precision, most people can still reflect on this ripple effect. Some days we fear change. Some days we can't move fast enough with an innovative reboot. Occasionally, we take the helm ourselves and try to force a jump off the hamster wheel or escape from the routine prison. But if you want to cut off old habits, you need a lot of patience and trust in the fate that is predetermined for us by the universe. This, fortunately, announces changes whenever it wants to catapult us to the following levels. Then you can recognize this heavenly upgrade by the following signs, among others. Number 1. Synchronicities abound. One of the most popular ways the universe announces big news is through synchronicities. These chains of events are what less spiritual people call coincidences. At first glance, they also have nothing to do with each other or have any influence on our current lives. But wait a moment. The connection will soon become clear to you. For example, if you meet an old school friend again today who is eager to recruit you for his startup company, that can be a pleasant interlude. In a few weeks, however, when a new career direction suddenly becomes an issue for you, you'll be more than just grateful for this encounter, and even more for the apparent coincidence that brought you together again after all these years. Or you get the last place in a seminar or workshop on a topic that has always fascinated or touched you. You don't know what this stroke of luck might be good for until the meaning or the long-term system behind this coincidence becomes clear. The coincidence, as we understand it, does not exist. Everything in life has its reason and is subject to a higher order, the cosmic principle of creation. Number 2. Your emotions are on a roller coaster. Our intuition recognizes earlier than our consciousness when a change is on the horizon. Instinct sometimes causes them to let us experience the full range of our emotions. We are afraid, joyfully excited, panicked, and angry at the circumstances that have led to this. The entire spectrum of emotions calls us simultaneously to point out the upcoming changes in all clarity. You are probably also tormented by insomnia and driven by constant inner restlessness. But don't worry, the joy of life will soon prevail. Number 3. The decisive step out of your comfort zone suddenly comes effortlessly to you. Changes are unpleasant because they force us out of our comfort zone. They know no mercy in this regard and are relentlessly leaving our cozy and manageable radius of action. Fate, therefore, sometimes swears us prophylactically by awakening the desire for something new in us. It awakens our deeply dormant pioneering spirit, makes us curious, and sends the adventurer in us to the start. Even if you are a typical couch potato, you cannot escape this mechanism. Just wait. As soon as you want to discover the new territory of your own accord, the rest of this exciting and unprecedented undertaking will fall into place as if by itself. Number 4. You feel lost. Most people find their way through life at some point. They create personal and professional paths for themselves, within which their days usually pass peacefully and occasionally a little turbulently. Between the professional hamster wheel and the daily routine, there is often no time to reflect on whether one has remained true to one's goals or the big dreams of yesteryear. However, things are different for us when the universe has innovations planned for us that we can't imagine yet. It changes our mindset so that we become receptive and open to it. Here, too, we are forced to our happiness, in which our current life for a short time out of joint and everything that has kept us so far becomes uninteresting and obsolete. Aimlessness and the feeling of sitting between all chairs and yet not finding a place can then take possession of us. We realize that we have lost sight of ourselves and have been fighting for the wrong goals. Number 5. Everything you have disliked so far has now become unbearable. The most precise and painful omen concerning imminent drastic changes is hopelessness. Your current life or professional or private situation becomes intolerable in the truest sense. It almost physically hurts to be yourself. Every day demands immeasurable self-conquest and self-control from you. You clutch at every straw that helps you to get through your everyday life. Everything that has always been a thorn in your side has turned into an all-consuming misery that pushes you to your physical, emotional, and mental limits. The universe thus shows you clearly that you have reached your low point. There is nothing more to gloss over or negotiate here. If you do not dare to jump off now, your life will become a permanent pain sooner or later. Our conclusion today: change is your friend, not your enemy. It is uncomfortable, uncertain, and seemingly unpredictable. Most people have to search long and hard for the beautiful, flattering attributes of change. But on second glance, we realize change also makes us grow and explore our potential and makes us the best version of ourselves. Moreover, change is the only life that can be considered inevitable, as death is. Nothing stays the same forever. And the sooner we embrace this truth instead of fighting it, the sooner we benefit from it. Therefore, trust the universe without reservation even when it announces the news to you. Be open to the thought that in heaven or the cosmos, it means exclusively well with you. Then also everything will be good. You will experience it. But before life can change for the better, it must head for its temporary low point first. Someone or something will ensure that your house remains in ruins before you can build your castle on it. If this podcast inspired you and you liked it, feel free to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to never miss an episode. We would appreciate it very much. Thank you, and see you soon on our channel.